bring in Intelligent Alpha founder Doug Clinton. Doug, how do you think about all of this? I mean, is it Amazon is it a hedge? Is it a new business? Is it just for their mostly internal use? Is it an actual threat to Nvidia?
I would say first and foremost, Mike, it's not really a major threat to Nvidia, at least if you're thinking about it over the next 2 to 3 years. And the simple math for me is if you think about what is the real customer set for Amazon's really, I mean, we're talking about GPUs today. The Graviton's a GPU, Trainium and Inferentium. Those are their GPU-based chips that really focus on AI customers. We know they're working with Apple, they're working with Anthropic and Databricks, but I think they're essentially boxed out from the big hyperscalers. So you talk about Google, Microsoft, Meta, Oracle. Those companies aren't going to want to buy chips from really one of their biggest competitors in the cloud space. And so could they eat away at the edges of Nvidia a little bit? Yes, but I don't think it's a true threat to dismounting them from the lead.
For so long, after the advent of ChatGPT and the excitement that first hit about the AI infrastructure story, it really has been a keep it simple principle when it comes to Nvidia and the other huge companies that could dominate and lead. Is it changing at all? I mean, we've had this sort of affirmation of the overall theme and maybe how sustainable it is over the coming quarters, but is it going to splinter out? Are there going to be kind of these bank shot plays for you as an investor?
I think about that in 2 ways. I mean, number one, what are the companies that are currently public, that aren't the hyperscalers, the mega caps that we all sort of own? One that we have owned at Intelligent Alpha that our models like, our AI models that pick our stocks, is Marvell, which ironically is actually one of Amazon's suppliers on the custom chip side. And so there's been some controversy essentially about whether or not Amazon might start working with another chip company to develop some of their GPUs, their custom GPUs. It sounds like Marvell still has their foot in the game there, and I think any positive news on that front would be great for the stock. So that's one area we've looked. The other area, Mike, is the IPO window does feel like it's open. You look at some of the successes more recently, CoreWeave, especially in the AI space, Circle, incredible IPO. I think you're going to start seeing other companies like Databricks potentially come out and go IPO, and I think those are going to be a great place for investors to look for AI exposure.
Wondering what you think about this story in the Wall Street Journal about Microsoft and OpenAI continuing tensions and frictions and whether, in fact, they might be at odds along certain issues here and what it means for, OpenAI's position, if anything, or Microsoft's kind of leverage in this whole thing.
It feels like, the drama of the relationship that sort of never ends. It's been 12 months, I think, where we keep hearing that there's sort of frictions here. And it feels like it's coming to a head about a few specific things. I mean, one is it looks like OpenAI wants Microsoft to sort of pretty significantly change the original terms of the deal around some of the royalties that they were entitled to, shifting that to more of an equity stake. And then the other piece seems to be around IP. They're trying to acquire this company, Windsurf, which is in the coding space, that kind of directly competes with one of Microsoft's Copilot products. And so trying to carve out, what does it look like if their businesses start to compete a little bit more directly. For what it's worth, I just don't see how they get fully divorced right now. That might be an option a few years down the road, but I think from here for the next couple of years, it feels like they still kind of need each other. Microsoft has the infrastructure, they have the customer base, they're one of the preferred partners, obviously, for distributing GPT, and OpenAI still needs all of the computing power that Microsoft's bringing to them.